Hola amigos, hola amigas, welcome, bienvenido, croeso y salam, welcome to the channel, y'all, Cheshire Action Mash, good day, y'all. As you can see, I have Mr. Reese here, hello.
Hello.
And we are doing a EV video again, in the MG4 2023 updated version of the MG4.
Trophy edition?
Trophy edition, yes, of course, because I'm a trophy wife. I'm more of a fish wife. Reese, as you know, in previous videos, you can see there, I'll put up a picture of his car and take out the registration because we don't want the stalkers. But yeah, he's got a Nissan Leaf, which is 2022. 2021.
and
and
third one.
Reese has done the, you did what do they call it when you a test drive in the MG4, didn't you?
Yes, I've done a test drive on one of these. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah, me too. So we've had it for about a month now, and we've done near on 1,000 miles on it in a month, maybe like 5 weeks or whatever. We just really like using it. We use it all the time.
This is what happens.
This is what happens. And if I've driven this, because my mum we're off to Birmingham airport now to take my mum my mum-in-law back to the airport to fly back to Oz. So we've been using it quite a lot because it's quite easy for parking. When I've been taking mum here, then everywhere around town, it's quite easy and nippy to park up and stuff. So I've been using this quite a bit. So there was like 2 weeks where I hadn't driven the Volvo.
Yes.
And I went into the Volvo and it was like stepping into a car that I'd never driven before. It felt really sluggish.
I know where your muscle memory goes because
yeah,
it just drives differently.
And it took me a while to remember that there's no one pedal driving, because I was using the one pedal driving a lot on this car. Use it whenever I can, and yeah, it took a little bit of getting used to driving the Volvo again.
I can imagine.
Yeah, it was really strange. But anyway, so yeah, so we're going to Birmingham airport. We're following the sat nav. We go into, if I put the car back on. Okay, so it's currently charging at the moment. So charging door is open. It's at 99%. Now, as you can see, where's my finger? There, see it's on charge. I got it on the granny charger at home. So we got 99%, 246 miles of range. What we're going to be doing is, if I go into the car, I'm trying to do this and look at the screen. Yeah, go on, yeah. So we are going to be doing eco driving. We're going to be doing adaptive. Not going to be using, because in the previous video there was 2 mistakes that I made. So the one pedal driving doesn't work if the car is over a certain percentage of battery. It won't work. But I'll put it on energy saving mode. So we'll have it on eco. It's changed it to itself then, is it?
Yeah, it has some templates in there for your eco mode.
So will that be, if I do the eco mode, it'll be on adaptive, will it then? Or it'll be on high?
It'll be on high.
It'll be on high. MG Pilot, we're not going to be using the assist because it is an absolute nightmare. I hate it. I really do. The TGA, I really don't like it. The adaptive cruise control, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
I really do like that feature on it, but it's too jittery to do the pilot assist. It's too jittery. I much prefer it on the Volvo.
It's what I've heard from other people online. I'd be interested to, when I'm in the front on the way back, and if we could try it, I'm curious to see what it's like.
Yeah, it's really jittery. I don't like it. We'll put it on for you, and then I'll be like, turn it off. Convenience. That's all fine. Lighting, safety. That's all fine. So that's all we're going to do. But we're not going to be going over 60 miles an hour. So we'll be good with that.
Are we really going to try and get the most range out of it?
So if we're using
Have you reset your, like...
Yes, because it goes on last charge. So it'll show up the details with the last charge.
Real?
What is the optimum temperature? Should you think 20?
So I've heard interesting things about this car. Apparently, the temperature that you see on this screen isn't necessarily what it actually says.
If you want it at 20 degrees, you have to set it to like 23 or 24. Yeah. But then all of a sudden, it just gets to the temperature and you've got to turn it back down. So I'm wondering, does this car have like the tumble dryers have, heat pump?
Okay, so unless it changed, no, is the answer.
Because it's really weird.
Yeah, because my car does have heat pump, but I understand that the MG, one of their cost-saving measures for the UK spec was to not have it. I will Google this and make sure that I'm actually quoting the correct information.
Double check on the 2023 because it's very, very weird.
The European spec ones do get heat pumps, but the UK ones haven't, to my knowledge.
No. I would double check on that on this model because, like I said, this is the one that they've brought out, which is an update on the 23. So it has the rear view wiper, it has grippy handles, it's got an extra headrest in the back, which I take out because it blocks the view. But it comes with that, and there's some other features as well on it that they have changed this, and a couple of the things which you had to keep going into to change all the time remembers it.
Oh, that's good, because that was one of the biggest complaints people had about.
So like the auto hold, once it's on, it's on.
Yeah.
Traffic jam, the the pilot and stuff and whatever, once you set it to that, it will not change unless you physically go and change it again. So there are a couple of things that I've noticed in this car that they have improved on. So MG are listening.
That's good. That's what we like to hear.
MG are listening. Right, so where I'm trying to remember now where I find the there we go. So we got discharge settings and then that's what we're looking for, the energy consumption.
Yeah, this will actually be, I'll probably be able to tell you whether you've got a heat pump by looking at these figures later on, because heat pumps are very different in their energy use compared to
so you should only really use the intelligent battery heating if you're going to do a power charge. Otherwise
no point.
No point. Energy flow since last charge, since started, that's all at 0 because we haven't driven off yet. Discharge settings, I will need to buy the adapter for that, and these are the charge settings. So that's going back up now because I've been fiddling with it.
Yeah, we just it will just be balancing, balancing at the moment.
So quick question, when I first bought this said 284. Why is it 245 now? Is it because of the winter?
It's because it's learning according to what your economy's like, what your driving style's like. So that's giving you a more realistic figure of what you're going to get out of it. Okay,
because we've driven this car like it's a normal car. We want to put the heating on, we put the heating on.
Good.
The aircon's always on with the aircon and with the heating. And I do put it into economy mode and one pedal driving because I think that's sensible to do. But we drive it like another car. I'm not going to be driving around gingerly going, let me do it.
There's no need to in a car like this. You've got over 200 miles of range, you're fine.
So we are using this car as we would any other car. We're not fanning around. But on long distances, and definitely, it is good to do the eco and wherever and be careful with how you're driving, depending on where you want to go. But this car, for us, is literally for a 30-mile journey to work 4 days a week. It's got Hubby Lux has only charged this up once a week.
Yeah,
because we've let the battery go down to about 20 and then charge it up to 80. But we've done it for 100 today because we're going on a long journey.
Yeah, long journey today.
AC current, finish charging, lock, state of charge, estimated range. So that's basically it. So the temperature is what I'm going to be using it on. We'll have the radio on. That's all I got to do now is set the navigation. But this navigation is okay, but I do prefer using the Apple CarPlay.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely, using the Apple CarPlay much better. So we are going to be setting off on the journey. We're going to be doing some sort of like, let me turn you around. So we're going to do some scenic shots. I'm sure Reese, when he's in the back there with Mother, can film a little bit of the scenery on the outside, on the road, on the motorway and wherever, and we're going to drop them off. Then we'll come back and have a little chat, and then we'll do the journey back. And again, we will do it kind of like economically or whatever. But like I said, we're going to ad hoc this, but we just want to sort of like this. I am not a techie person when it comes to electric cars. I just want to plug it in and drive. All right. I don't understand half of this stuff that goes on in the car. I do sort of like appreciate wanting to drive it economically on longer journeys and stuff like that, but I haven't got the faff. And the thing about it is 80% of the population are going to be exactly the same.
Yeah.
They just want a car to get into. And I think that kind of worries people a lot, that, you know, it's too technical for me. You just get in and drive it.
Yeah, they are the easiest things to drive, I think. I think there's less things to think about in one of these cars than a petrol car.
Yeah.
I remember whenever I get into a petrol car now, I'm thinking, oh gosh, if I don't change my gears right, I'm wearing away the clutch, and you know, I'm doing damage to the gearbox. And
but I never worried about that before. Or I don't. Well, Vinny's automatic, but
yes,
do you know what I mean?
Makes a
So
difference.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, I'm just like a driver. I just want to get in and drive it. And unfortunately, a majority of electric car drivers are like vegans. The only thing they kill is a conversation. Except for Reese. Reese is really, really interesting. And I got a friend as well who is actually a vegan, and he's lovely because he never talks about it all the bloody time. He doesn't kill any conversation. But yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing today now, is driving to Birmingham. So I've waffled enough. Don't put comments on there about you said this wrong or that wrong. I know I've said it wrong. I'm a numpty. I'm an old numpty. So don't worry about it. Just chill. This is for entertainment purposes only. Warriors. Okay, so we did manage to get it to 100%. So I can unplug the granny charger. Oops, almost. So we did manage to get it to 100% on the granny charger, so I can unplug it. There we go. Granny charged. Okay, right, we've got to the airport in Birmingham. We've done 3.4 miles per kilowatt hour. That's good, is it? Is that good? And
what are you asking me? Sorry, what's
oh, that's all right. We've done 78 miles, 3.4 miles per kilowatt hour. 3.4. That's not bad considering we had all the weight and everything on us. Now, if I go into this, and then go into this, and then go into that, that's not bad.
Not bad at all.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
It's all basically driving stuff.
Yeah. I wonder what those bits are. Pulling off, maybe, is it? Going up?
Yeah, the spikes will just be
going up a hill.
Drawn more power.
Oh, it's okay.
I don't know when that stopped recording before, so
no.
Shall we rehash? We're on the return leg of our journey now.
Yes.
Let's see if I get. Are you okay with light?
Yeah.
All right.
There we go. 60 miles an hour set. 3.4 kilowatt miles, whatever it is.
Miles per kilowatt hour.
Miles per kilowatt hour. And we've still got 62% battery, 145 miles.
Can I flip the camera, or does it not let me do it once I'm recording?
No, you got to stop. You can stop, it's fine. We're going for 10 miles.
So yeah, where we're at then.
Right. Oh, are you recording?
I'm recording.
Right, okay, so I don't like the MG Pilot. Put it on.
Well, it's controlled on your side, isn't it? Or have you got it disabled in your drive settings?
I got it distracted in the same, yeah.
Okay, so MG Pilot. It's got the adaptive cruise controls on.
But that's the steering one. Now it's steering. That's the one I don't
Is that
like.
how they've differentiated it?
Yeah.
So ACC just turns off the steering, but keeps you on...
Cruise control.
Right, adaptive cruise control.
Adaptive cruise control. And then the traffic jam assist.
Ah.
This is the one that does the steering. But I'm not a fan of it. I don't trust it as much as I do the Volvo.
That's fair. I mean, it is only meant to be a guide anyway, but
Yeah,
it looks like it's doing an alright job at the moment.
I'm keeping my hands on the wheel, but I'm not actually steering, if you know what I mean. So I'm just holding on to the wheel in case. Yeah, typically, it does seem to be doing a pretty okay job. But I still don't trust it like I do with the Volvo.
Please
I'm
hold the
holding the steering wheel, my hands are on it. I do like the 2-spoke and not the 3rd, so I find it really comfortable to rest my hands on the bottom of the steering wheel. So I find that quite comfortable.
I like the display, the way you can actually see what the car is seeing around you.
Yes.
The other vehicles. I'll just zoom in
I've
on
changed this star button. I think it's this one. No, I haven't. Oh shit! I just changed that now.
that. Oh, you're changing your drive mode.
There we go. This one.
Yeah.
I've changed to the temperature.
Okay. Yeah.
So, but like you've seen me do during this journey, I just use the speaking.
Yeah, the voice assistant looks quite decent on it.
So, you know, it's quite responsive. Turn the temperature up, turn the temperature down, turn the fan up, turn the fan down. What else do you really need? Set the temperature, do you know what I mean? So a lot of the reviewers don't actually mention much about the voice control. They just say there's voice control, and then complain about having to go in all the buttons. But like I've shown, you can do it like that. And when it goes off, every time I touch this button, was it this one? Yeah, there we go. See, I can change my temperature.
Yeah. And you found the speed.
My fan speed. Press the start button, and then it goes off. Then. Yeah, funnily enough, the pilot assist for some reason is doing a okay kind of job.
Because the IT person is sat in the passenger seat.
Yes, it's fearing it's going to be connected and fiddled with. Fixed. So what about our economy thing, that graph thing that we...
Let's have a look.
What's that mean?
Most of our power consumption, let me just zoom in so that's clear on here. Most of our power consumption's been through driving. We've not actually even got it registering any of the climate control power consumption, which I'm a bit surprised by.
Oh.
And then over the course of the journey thus far, since we've charged, we've done 2 kilowatt hours we gained through regenerative braking.
Oh, that's good.
So based on your, what's that, 3.4 miles per kilowatt hour,
Yeah.
that would be 6.8 miles you've added in range through regenerative braking.
That's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
That's not bad at all, is it? Not too shabby.
And then my experience as a passenger has been quite positive in the back.
Yeah.
It's comfortable, it's spacious.
Yeah.
There's not really much,
It's basically going to Aldi. I mean, you drive a Sainsbury's car.
Yeah.
And this is
analogous
an Aldi car. And for an Aldi car, it's really not that bad, is it?
I think where they've put the money is in the right places. They've given you a bigger battery. They've given you a battery that is thermally managed, so you can charge faster when you do need to.
Yeah.
The steering seems like everyone comments on the handling. I can't first hand say on this journey. I have driven one before, but the handling's really good.
And we've had some really atrocious conditions.
Yes, it's been quite interesting weather,
to say the least.
We've had a few downpours that we've had to weather through.
Yeah. And it hasn't made a huge dent in the consumption either, is it really?
No, not at all.
No. I like the way you can just do that and then just go in. It's quite flexible, if you know what I mean. It's pretty good.
And the screens also seem quite responsive now. I know there was a few early reports of software locking up and stuff, but I don't think I've seen any of that while I've been in the car today.
No, nothing at all. Absolutely nothing at all. I've had no issues with it at all. So we are going to stop at the services on a little bit because I need to get a coffee, which will be interesting. And when we stop at the services, we'll speak to you again.
All right, catch you soon.
Bye. Okay, so we've stopped again. We're at the Birmingham roundabout. So we've done 137.7 miles. We're on 3.5 miles per kilowatt hour, 40 mile per hour average. We've got 38% of the battery and 84 miles. But we're going to do a quick little demonstration here of plugging it in for the rapid charge. So we will be with you in just a minute. Okay, so we are going to try and give it a rapid charge. So let's take off the second plug. That's exciting. Never used it before. Right, connect plug.
Yeah, so we start off with CCS.
CCS,
yours.
okay.
That just goes straight in here.
That's a beast of a cable.
Yeah.
Plug connected, success, please wait. This is going to be embarrassing. Payment accepted. What's it doing? Thinking.
Yeah.
It's connecting to the car.
Starting session.
It's thinking.
There we go. So now it's going to ramp up.
What's it going to ramp to? 35, 39, 40, come on. 50, 55, 60. Oh, 70, 80. Come on. 90.
Not conditioned this at all, so this is literally just effectively a cold charge.
95. 98. 99, 100. Do you reckon that's it?
I think it will settle around 100.
104, 5.
Already got 1 kilowatt hour in there.
6. 6, come on. 7. I wonder what this one is maximum on it.
175 I think on these. 150. It's on the sign next
150.
to.
Well, there we are. 150, 108. Right, I'm going to stop this and take a screenshot of the app. Right, okay, so we wanted just to see what it was doing, and I put up that screenshot so you could see what it was doing.
Literally, you getting your screenshots, you've got another 4% of the screen.
Right, okay, let's stop it. How do you stop it?
So we just press the stop button here.
Yeah.
So we've done 3 minutes of charging.
3 minutes of charging. What do we get? 4 kilowatts. Wow, in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
We got it up to 44 from 41.
So that would be like, what, 2 hours of charging on your granny lead?
2 hours of granny charging. Bloody hell.
In 3 minutes.
In 3 minutes. Oh, sorry, I'll get rid of that one. Okay, so we're going to unplug it. Now it's gone blue, so that means we can take it out.
You might need to click unlock on there. Oh, no.
No. She goes, return the plug. Pressed
And yeah,
with
there you
that, close the lid, and I'll do a proper video of the rapid charge up to 80% with Phil. So let's get back in the car and get home. Okay, so we're coming back into my hometown, and I've just turned on the one pedal drive mode for Reese to feel what it's like. Let me turn you around. Okay, so here we are in the car, coming into the town. 36% battery. That's dropped quite a bit actually, hasn't it?
Yeah. Well, this return lag has only been 3.1 miles.
That's because
2 miles per kilowatt hour.
That's because somebody wanted the heater on and the steering wheel and the heat seat on because they're cold all the time. So yeah, that definitely eats into your battery putting on
only
all that
one of them does, which is the heating itself.
So right, we will get his opinion on the one pedal driving now as we start coming up to the junction. So you've done a test drive in one of these.
Yes.
Just the one?
Yeah, just the one time. It was the original release, so before they did any of these revisions.
Yeah.
Again, they didn't have the one pedal mode when they did the original ones, so that's quite nice to see now.
But I think they can. I think the old ones will just do it in an update, I believe.
Thus far, from what I've heard on the owners' forums, they've not been pushing it out as an update.
Oh right.
They've only been doing it on the newer cars.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't know if that's an official thing that they're doing, or whether it's just taking a while for them to push out the update.
Okay.
But
so this is the first time you're using the one pedal driving?
on one of these cars, yes, but it feels very intuitive. It's very much like how it would feel in the Leaf.
It's good to know.
Yeah.
Because I remember you saying about that. You're like, oh, you gutted it didn't have the one pedal driving.
It was a feature I thought I would definitely miss if I got one.
Yeah, and then we got the email saying that the one you're going to get is the updated version. So, because the one that we'd originally ordered, it only came with a two-tone roof.
Yes.
And we didn't want a two-tone roof, but you could not have the two-tone roof. Then when we got the update saying that the two-tone roof is not going to be there, we were like, good, we don't want it.
Yeah, they took it off, so they only do the two-tone roof now on the... what are the new specs? The long range and... that fancy sporty one that's a hot hatch.
Oh, this with the bigger
X-Power.
battery. Yes,
The X-Power
yes.
one.
How long was the test drive that you had in the when you test drove it?
They gave it me for an hour.
Is that it?
Yeah. But it was unsupervised, so literally I just got given the keys to the car, signed a few bits of paper for insurance, and if I ran away with the car they could hunt me down. But yeah, no, it was an hour. I got to drive it on some of the A roads, tested out all the features. The steering assist is definitely a bit more grabby than the Leaf. And it tries to hang on to control, I think, a little bit too long.
Yes.
Because it gets confused.
Yep.
And then you'll get this weird motion of it kind of going, oh, we need to be over here quite urgently. But then it kind of realises that what it's doing and then disengages and gives you a loud beep. So it's just a bit jarring, I think, is the thing. But it doesn't feel massively off in what it's doing.
No, because when I was driving when we came from the airport, I turned it on and it was okay, but my arms were aching because I felt like I was fighting the steering wheel. Do you know what I mean?
I think some of that might be psychological, because when it does go, it's quite sharp, so you're almost bracing for it.
Yeah. But even just sort of like on the just going on the motorway, it just keeps just back. The steering wheel keeps. It's like an overactive thyroid. It's just too much. So I'm going to be turning that back off and just driving it manually. I'll stick to the Volvo. It's a lot more relaxing.
Fair enough.
It's a lot more relaxing. I'm worried because I don't entirely trust it. Do you know what I mean? And
that's the sentiment that most people have had. Having driven a Nissan Leaf for so long with very similar features, I can read what it's doing.
Yeah, and
I
the Volvo.
just know what it's doing is kind of, it's just trying to hang on to control that little bit too long when it gets confused. Whereas the Leaf will just bing at you straight away to say you're back in control.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And you kind of go, oh, okay, so I'm manually controlling it again.
Yeah, which is what the Volvo will do. This. The whole time it's like it's just it's not relaxing anyway. I don't like it. Maybe they'll improve it with an update, but I don't know.
I think it's something that will be under constant improvement.
Yeah, possibly. But yeah, we've had fun today doing the drive and checking the vehicle. We can't give you the real true readings because we stuck 4 kilowatts in, but we've still got 36% of the battery, which is about 10% more than the last trip I took coming back from the airport, because I was doing 70-80 75, sorry, I wasn't going over the speed limit. So I was doing minimum 70, if you know what I mean. So I was just using it like you would any car, without thinking about it, you know.
Imagine, was it warmer when you did that last journey as well?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. It was a lot warmer because it was a month ago, and on the day we went and came back, it was like 20 odd degrees, 24 degrees.
So that would have a bearing on it as well.
Yeah, exactly. So, but we haven't done too bad. I just love the sound of the motor, you know, when you...
Yeah.
I love that sound. I wish you didn't have so much tyre noise and I could just hear the motor.
It's actually strange because, again, I'm used to hearing that in front because my car's a front wheel drive, this is rear, so it sounds a bit more distant. You do notice that.
Okay. But yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed this little video, guys. I'd like to thank Reese very much for participating in this.
No, thank you. I've got to drive another MG4. I'm elated.
Yeah, and because you know I'm literally just I'm not an enthusiast in any way. I'm literally a person who's just got an electric car for the first time. So we have. So you know it's nice to have somebody who knows what they're doing, what they're saying, and I'm not going to make mistakes like mistaking the bloody daylight running lights for the indicators. Oh wow, oh my god, I made such a mistake. What am I going to do? Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. Thanks Reese, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.